What's going on, YouTube? Let's go back to feminism. Um, let's talk about what feminists try to do, right? And it's so funny to me because I expect a whole lot more of people who claim to be quote unquote educated and, think on a higher level. So here's what they do: they'll compare women to men, and that's it, right? Women do this, men do that, right? Men have it easier, women have it harder. But what they don't do, they don't factor in level of education. They don't factor race. They don't factor in economic class. So according to feminism, right, tell me if I'm wrong, a black dude living in poverty has more power and authority over a white woman who grew up in the middle class, right? So according to feminism, that black dude still has more power. And that's the problem. They try to make sweeping generalizations by putting men against women. That is the problem. I laugh every time I turn on CNN or some show on YouTube or something on YouTube where I'll see, the quote unquote Caucasian educated feminist who acts as if she's at the bottom of society when, quite frankly, she is above Hispanics, blacks, and whoever, regardless of their level of education, regardless of their gender. They don't want to look at that, right? So at the end of the day, all they're trying to do is create false comparisons to keep their movement running. And that's the problem. I understand where feminism came from and why it was needed. But as far as 2009, it is outdated. It is not needed whatsoever. So what they're trying to do to hold on to this whole idea of the imbalance is they will make sweeping generalizations and they will put man against woman, right? And think about it. If you're a female, if you're a quote unquote feminist, just think about it for 1 second. Is Donald Trump's daughter, right, lower or inferior or less well off than a black dude who grew up middle class? Or is she less well off than Barack Obama? Shit, she probably has more money than Barack Obama, right? So is she somehow inferior to him? You think about it and tell me, right? You can't throw out sweeping generalizations. If you're going to compare men and women, right? If you're going to compare, you have to compare based off of location, race, economic level that they're in, and the economic level that their parents are in, including a whole other host of other guidelines to making a comparison. But feminists don't do that, right? They throw out this whole man versus women type of issue, right? And they try to somehow create some justification to why women are still at the bottom. So, take it easy. God bless.